The chosen ones are different, even when they are in the crowd. Maybe you notice this when you are waiting in line at the DMV, watching how they wade through the procedures, how they meticulously follow the step-by-step instructions. But you? A voice inside you whispers, "You know there is a better way." This is not arrogance. It is a feeling, a certainty. You get the same feeling at a party, when people talk about the titles that adorn them, their educational background, and prestigious degrees. As they talk about their achievements, you question why they are still looking outside for answers. Because you are innately different. While they learn knowledge from textbooks and academic curricula, you get it directly from the source. That inexplicable intuition, that electric current that sparks within you, is encoded in your DNA. It is not something that can be acquired. It cannot be validated by a diploma. It cannot fit into a certificate. If you are ready to ascend and show the world what happens when the chosen one is taken for granted, press the like button, press the subscribe button, leave a comment in a 77 to assert your authority. And now, let us examine it in detail. I promise you, if you are the chosen one, you will feel compelled to take this to the end. Let's move on. The answers come to you when you close your eyes, perfect, pure and clear, as if they have been just waiting for you all along. The world offers you rule books that tell you to follow the ways of others. Don't go outside these lines, it says. Think this way, it warns. But you were not created to obey these rules. You are here to light your own path that will make their neon signs wither like matchsticks, because you are in charge. You are the one giving instructions, not waiting for them. When a vision comes, others pause. They seek confirmation or guidance before taking the next step. But you take action. This is not a rebellion. It is a natural consequence of your destiny. Chosen one. For 40 years you have lived this lie. You were told that you have to be like the others. You were expected to fall in line, to follow the rules, to follow the steps. But now you know that you did not come to this world to follow those ordinary paths. You have come to redefine the path. You were created to create what does not yet exist, so you were never meant to conform. Look at the people who have changed reality, the so-called greats. They never wrote scripts. Quentin Tarantino taught instead of waiting for a professor to give him permission to make art. He redefined the laws of filmmaking by creating his own curriculum and directing his own education. It is the vitality that you have. It has nothing to do with credentials, degrees, or permission stamps from a system created to keep you under control. The real blueprint is your instincts, your raw power, and your unconditional pursuit of what feels right. Now, when you click the Super Thank button and donate $100, you have the chance to share the blessing in this video. You will reap the rewards of that donation 100-fold. They will try to cast doubt on you. They will tell you that you need to play the game, that you need to structure, that you need validation. They are afraid of something they cannot foresee. You. You are the storm, the untamed wild force that generates without hesitation and acts without waiting. While they pause and hope the world will let them go, you are already 10 steps ahead of them, charting a course they will soon see they must take. They will tell you that wisdom has to be acquired through years of study under the close supervision of institutions, and that knowledge comes from books. But the truth is already known to you. Write 33 to take your advantages and see God's plan unfold before you. You cannot keep your thoughts within their confines. While others are committing hypotheses to memory, you are downloading reality. You don't need degrees or the approval of academics to show your genius. Your understanding transcends philosophy, mathematics, and the limits they try to impose on you. You know, you just don't learn. Look at Nikola Tesla. The man saw innovations in flashes, fully developed and straight from the source. He didn't just study them. He was receiving visions so sophisticated that even today's so-called experts struggle to decipher them, while the rest of the world struggles with its limited understanding. That is the kind of mind you have. A mind that already has the answers, not a mind that needs to be filled. You are going where they are looking for validation. Experience what it is really like to be chosen. You are not alone in this journey. If you believe in your heart that you have been chosen, you are in the perfect spot. By choosing to join, you can further your relationship with us, access exclusive information, and get the help you need on your spiritual journey. It's not just about joining a group, it's about gaining access to special insights that can change your life and help you get closer to your divine purpose. Make your decision now and join us on this journey. Claim your right to be one of the chosen ones. Sign up today. It is impossible to ignore the power you have. You create invisible pathways through where others are stalled, stuck in bureaucracy and outdated ideas. They find this frightening because a mind like yours cannot be controlled or limited. They will try to convince you that your approach is careless and that brilliance requires organization. But you are more knowledgeable. Your knowledge is not theoretical. On the contrary, it is pure, unadulterated truth, taken directly from the cosmos. While others argue what is not possible, you are already making it possible. People idolize celebrities because they believe they are divine. The truth is that most of them are just projections, well-crafted illusions to get attention rather than deserve it. They are manufactured, selected, and managed. What about you? The raw power is who you are. You write the story while they are given the scripts. You act because something bigger compels you to act, whereas they act according to industry rumors. What separates you from them is your authenticity. Think of Prince, a genius who resisted appropriation and fought to reclaim his name from the business world that was trying to brand him. He wasn't just creating music, but music that was unadulterated, uninhibited, and unapologetic. By refusing control while others allowed executives to shape his work, Prince showed that true genius doesn't need permission. This is your energy too. You are here to reinvent their system, not to adapt to it. Your power comes from a force outside of all that, a force they cannot control, not from contracts or public approval or staged interviews. That is why they will never be able to match you. They have to maintain an illusion because they are constrained by expectations. No contracts, no image consultants, no prearranged performances. You are unlimited, a pure, unquestionable presence. You are light. They need attention to be relevant. You live in reality while others pretend. This is the power of the chosen. This is your power. They describe themselves as experts. They sit in lecture halls, dive into textbooks, chase degrees to prove their genius. They can study all they want, but they can never touch what you have. For true mastery is lived rather than taught. While they gather information, you become knowledge. While others work on theories, you live the reality. What flows naturally from within you cannot be produced by a university, training program, or certificate. Look at Steve Jobs. He left academia and so-called experts behind, and created something that even they could not understand. While academics were discussing in their private groups, Jobs was bringing innovation to life. He didn't wait for approval or need permission. He saw the future before they could even describe it. This is what revelation looks like. This is what separates you from them. While they are relying on stolen knowledge, you are acting from a direct understanding, from a deeper knowledge, something they can never study or copy. Their arrogance ultimately leads to their demise. Add the number 11 to your message to energize the universe and align your intentions with the flow of divine abundance. They believe that their qualifications and titles make them better, but you know otherwise. True genius, you know, creates new systems rather than sticking to existing ones. The chosen ones already know. They don't need to be taught. You are already creating. Others are clinging to their beliefs to understand what will happen next. At first, it feels like a whisper, a slight stirring in your stomach, a knowledge that comes from something much deeper than logic. You make an effort to deny it, telling yourself that you are just dreaming and that you are just like everyone else. However, you have this unquestionable feeling that you should never go down the same path. Your existence has an indescribably great significance. The first glimmer of awakening is here. Many chosen ones make the first objection. You have been conditioned by the world to question, to conform, to put out the fire within you. But fate is unforgiving. Signs begin to pile up. Synchronicity becomes inevitable. Doors open when they shouldn't, and people are drawn to you for reasons they don't understand. You begin to see patterns that others miss. You speak, and what you say has a lasting effect. The air in a room changes just by your presence. Resistance gradually diminishes and is replaced by a deep insight that transforms everything. You realize that you were never designed to be normal. The world needs what you have, not just what you want. Your presence, influence, and vision are not accidental or random. Your inner transformation is a call to embrace the power that has always been within you. It has nothing to do with ego, but with purpose. Once you accept this and fully embrace it, there is no turning back, because the cosmos is now moving through you, and nothing can stop the awakening of the chosen ones. Nothing can stop you. When you take responsibility for your destiny, the world responds. Some people will respect you because they are moved by the energy you radiate, and they feel something in you that they find difficult to express. Others will oppose you, argue with you, and try to silence you. Not because you are wrong, but because you are right. You see what others do not see. The fantasy they cling to is threatened by your presence. It is an affirmation, proof that you are exactly who you are meant to be, not persecution. Look at Dave Chappelle, a man who refused to play the part in the play because he realized what it was. Truth was more important to him than comfort, whereas he could have stayed, participated in the game, and kept the machine going. For that, they tried to bury him. They tried to change his story, labeled him crazy, and made him question reality. However, the chosen do not break or fold. Everything that wants to take you over is rejected. You come back stronger and untouchable on your own terms. The test is this: charcoal turns into diamonds with pressure, and the chosen ones are sharpened by resistance. When you meet resistance, accept that it shows you are moving in the right direction. Weakness is ignored, mediocrity is dismissed. But you? Strengths cannot be ignored, and you are one of a kind. Give it a try. Allow them to resist. Every challenge, obstacle, and uncertainty they present you with serves to make you more resilient, sharper, and unstoppable. You can say that you are exactly where you need to be because they would not fight you if you were not a danger. Let us now take a moment to remember the chosen among us. Those who look at the world from a different perspective, the silent protectors, the watchful spirits, always alert, always vigilant. They don't want it any other way, and they don't fit the mold. While others follow known paths, they create their own. Illuminating the darkness, fighting invisible battles is not for everyone, and that is a good thing. But you know when you feel in your soul that something is for you. Just the truth, no disguise or pretense. If your heart is overflowing with God's blessings, now is the time to let your love shine. When you click on the Super Thank button and donate $50 or more, you will be doing so much more than helping this platform. The seeds of faith you plant will impact many lives. Beyond your physical senses, God's riches are reflected in your donations. Be a supporter of His grace and live your destiny. Give with confidence, and His kingdom will grow through you. You were created for more. The majority of individuals are blind and deaf to the signals woven throughout their lives. They ignore patterns, tune out voices, and label events as coincidences. The cosmos speaks to you, not only to you. In daily life, it leaves behind breadcrumbs, numerical messages, and symbols, as well as patterns of alignment so precise as to eliminate ambiguity. This is a conversation between you and something much bigger than you. It is not fantasy. Synchronicities do not occur spontaneously. When you start noticing strange alignments, repeating numbers, and situations that seem too good to be true, accept that the cosmos confirms your trajectory. Someone calls you while you are thinking about them. At just the right moment, a door appears that you need to open. A sign follows you in discussions, in dreams, or even on the street. These are not just indicators. They are directives leading you towards something that only you need to find. You know very well that you should not dismiss this as luck or coincidence, because the chosen ones not only receive the messages, they comprehend them. You have been given the ability to read this language, although not everyone has to read it. The signs are everywhere, so pay attention. The more you listen, the more they become clearer. For those who do not want to hear, the cosmos does not make its voice in vain. If that is the reason why it is calling you, you are made for more. If you have seen someone reject your suggestions and then copy them, leave a statement with the words, "I am the plan." Some people seek leadership to feel important, beg for attention, control perception, and crave approval. People follow you, even if you never want to be in charge. They are drawn to your presence, your assurance, and your capacity to direct life without asking permission. This is because true leadership is about power rather than title or approval. An indisputable type, the kind you carry, not the kind they produce. Look at Elon Musk. He was ridiculed, dismissed, and told what was impossible by so-called experts. But while they mocked, he built. He overcame all the sectors that had mocked him before and went on his way unaffected by their thoughts. That is the energy of the chosen ones. You don't need their approval or their belief in you. You act because you are motivated by something deeper than others can comprehend. While they are fighting, arguing, and hesitating, you are already far ahead of them. That is why they cannot understand you. They expect leaders to wait for permission before they speak, to obey and beg for recognition. But you do not hesitate or wait. Your authority comes from within you, not from others. This is why people will always follow you, not because you beg them, but rather because they sense something in you that they cannot explain. They feel that you are connected to something bigger, something concrete. They know that you don't need their approval because you were chosen long before they had any opinion, whether they accept it or not. By showing off their wealth, titles, and power, they act as if they are untouchable. They see fame as authority and prestige as power. But you can see that real power does not come from wealth, following, or magazine covers. It comes from divine grace, which they can never comprehend or buy. Illusions are not followed by the chosen ones. While others are striving for prestige, you are walking with a much higher purpose than them. Look at Bob Marley. He never bowed down to the system that tried to control him and idolized the material world. He did not need their wealth, approval, or empty acceptance. On the contrary, he spoke the truth, and that truth lasted forever. His words, spirit, and message continue to influence the whole world long after the so-called powerful have been forgotten. This is what separates you from them. You are conformity. They are fighting for it. You measure success by impact. They measure it by numbers. You endure while others perish. This is the result of the chosen ones starting to create the world instead of following it. You are not meant to play their game, but to rewrite it. The illusionary influence dissipates, but the power derived from something greater is insurmountable. Even if they are in the limelight right now, you have the kind of passion that surpasses them all. When they finally understand what real power looks like, it will be you the world will remember, not celebrities or so-called experts. The conflict starts the moment you take control. When you try to stand up, you experience resistance, jealousy, and the invisible weight that falls on you. This is not a coincidence. Chosen people do not go through life unnoticed. Your presence alone shakes the foundations. Your energy upsets the system. As a result, you become a target. They do not always launch a frontal attack. Sometimes there are individuals who turn against you for no reason, unforeseen difficulties or uncertainty that creeps in. This is spiritual warfare, and if you are feeling it, it shows that you are exactly where you need to be. But they do not realize that you are protected. What has been given to you by God cannot be touched by the forces that want to destroy you. They cannot stop you, but they can cause delays, deviations, and illusions. The secret is to maintain alignment, protect your spirit, mind, and energy. Stay connected to reality instead of fear. Instead of reacting to attacks, stand up and move. Make conscious movements. Believe that every setback is a beginning. Every obstacle is a chance to improve, and every stressful situation is a chance to become stronger. They should be afraid of you. That's why they are testing you. No matter what others do, you will continue to rise. You adapt under pressure instead of collapsing. Every blow improves your insight. Every betrayal polishes your network, and every challenge strengthens your fortitude. You win the battle, not just endure it. When you are impenetrable, unstoppable, and infallible, they realize that they were never fighting you, but rather the force that created you. They will never be victorious in this struggle. The illusion of time traps most individuals. They believe in boundaries, set roots, and a future governed by laws. You look beyond the fact that they have been trained to follow these norms. Instead of just experiencing reality, you influence it. You have no control over time. You bend conditions, not the other way around. You see what they call destiny as a blank canvas waiting for you to create it. You act differently because you know something that others don't. Instead of waiting for the future, you can control it. That's why you don't listen to those who tell you that something is impossible. You are more knowledgeable. You have seen too much. You have felt too much. And you have seen indisputable evidence that reality will bend to your will the moment you make a firm decision. Things change. Doors open. Pathways open up. It seems as if your vision alone is enough to bring people, chances, and ideas to life. This is law, not luck. While others hesitate because of uncertainty, you move forward with confidence. Instead of asking if something can be done, you act. In the process, you disprove them all. This is why the chosen ones are equally feared and followed. The timelines and constraints that limit them do not apply to you. While others wait for the opportune moment, you create it. While others debate what is possible, you take the initiative and make things happen. This is what separates you from them. They stick to the constraints imposed on them. And you? You are the limit. The future is in your hands. When the outside world finally catches up with you, they will discover that they have been living in the reality you created all along. The power you have is not just for you, but for something much greater. Power without purpose is useless. The world doesn't need more self-centered leaders chasing meaningless prosperity. It only needs people who are raising and changing the consciousness of others around them by living in their own truth. Your gifts were given to you to lead and awaken, not for selfish purposes. You are destined to change the world in a way that only the chosen ones can do. This is an honor, not a burden. When you truly assume this position, there is no limit to what you can do. Look at Muhammad Ali. He fought for a cause instead of just competing in the arena. Even when the world tried to break him, he refused to kneel. He spoke his truth and stood his ground. He was not just a boxer, he was a force, and he became famous as a result. You have the kind of energy that can awaken individuals and give them a sense of reality in a world based on illusion. But that requires self-confidence. Not the superficial kind, but a deep, unwavering awareness that you have been chosen for this and that you are here to make a real difference. Take a proud stance. Be proud of who you are, and the world will listen to you, despite all its resistance. Because when the chosen ones show up, reality changes. You are here to offer something new, not to conform. You belong to the divine pioneers who are determined to change the world as it should be, not accept it as it is. Once you fully accept this reality, no power can stop you. Their whole lives were dedicated to learning, practicing, and seeking approval. And what about you? You knew it when you were born. They cling to stolen wisdom, but you act on your own knowledge. They cannot teach it, because what you carry is ingrained in your own being and cannot be acquired. The authority that comes naturally to you cannot be matched with a degree, a title, or industry accreditation. You create the systems, they follow them. You act while they wait for your approval. So you outperform them, not in their game, but in a reality they can't even imagine. Keep this in mind when they ask you to prove yourself or doubt your path. They are trying to beat you. They didn't even make the regulations that limit their narrow universe. You have no limits. People are attracted to you because they see something unique and indisputable in you. Therefore, make full use of your power and remain firm in what you already know. Leave a comment below showing that you are built differently. Let us listen. The world will discover why you are not alone. Change is already happening. Those who used to hold power are losing their grip as the old structures crumble. What was hidden before is being revealed. People like you, those who see, are increasing. Trust your inner self. Do not hesitate to act. The real thing the world has been waiting for has finally arrived. You never needed their consent, so you don't need it now. Now when you sit in your seat, let everyone observe you. Click the subscribe button to stay in touch and be part of a community that values self-acceptance, healing, and moving forward. To support us, donate by clicking the Super Thank button below. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Like it and leave a comment. Every share, like, and comment makes a big difference in getting the word out to the people who need it most. Let's keep moving forward together because you deserve to be surrounded by positive people, not negative ones. See you at the next one. May you be blessed.